Hello everyone. Today I will talk about how the contemporary people read in the digital age. In this era, where digital technology has deeply permeated people's lives, humans' reading behavior is undergoing a historical transformation. The most prominent feature is that digital screens, represented by smartphones, tablets, and e-readers, are rapidly becoming the mainstream media for the public to obtain information and engage in entertainment reading. However, as the light from electronic screens grows brighter and the sound of turning pages disappears, meanwhile, the reading of traditional paper books is gradually taking a backseat. People's reading habits are being redefined. While pursuing convenience, has this change altered our connection with reading? And how do people perceive this change? Let's interview some avid readers and hear their perspectives. Do you currently prefer e-reading or paper reading?
I prefer to enjoy the physical books.
I now prefer ebooks.
I enjoy reading ebooks.
For me, I prefer reading ebooks.
It can be seen that most of the interviewees choose e-reading. I also collected some discussions on social media about e-reading and print reading. The survey showed that 51% of people in this era will choose e-reading as their usual reading method. Although the differences may seem small, the overall retail market for printed books is also showing negative growth. Taking the Chinese book market as an example, total retail sales in 2025 are projected to decrease by 1.24% compared to the previous year. So, what are the reasons that make so many people more inclined to e-reading?
Because they represent an instant way to read. Ebooks lets me freely switch between reading content in different situations, whether commuting, traveling, or even waiting for someone.
Ebooks also can adjust the font size according to my appetite. I can also use some reading apps to listen to audiobooks, which allows me to access book content when it's inconvenient to read, such as while doing housework.
With e-reading becoming increasingly popular, what makes people still prefer reading paper books?
Because you can always discover books you didn't expect to find. It's like a little surprise. You came across new things you didn't even know you were interested in. The printing and design physical books are really interesting. Different kinds of books often use different combination of design elements.
As can be seen, the main reasons interviewees choose e-reading was their convenience and immediacy. E-books can be read anytime, anywhere, saving time and space. It also offers various intelligent functions, such as font adjustment, word lookup, and note-taking, flexibly adjusting the reading experience according to the reader's needs. It's better suited for fragmented reading and meets the reading needs of modern, fast-paced lifestyles. Readers who prefer printed books appreciate the unique emotions and the aesthetics they evoke. When we talk about paper reading, we always think of libraries. It's a place for storing and borrowing books, as well as a space for learning and thinking. But now, people in the library are carrying various electronic devices. The books are just quietly displayed, like decorations. Very few are actually reading. I discovered that libraries also host various exhibitions. Many of the paper books have been displayed as collectibles. The library seems to be a gallery of memories. I also found an exhibition dedicated to children's literature at the New South Wales Library. The works were also presented on paper and on electronic screens. Paper allows me to feel the author's emotions, while electronic screens create a sense of distance. Every click interrupts attention. Children's growth isn't complete. Early online reading isn't a benefit to cultivate their abilities. Perhaps this is why many children's picture books still insist on being published in paper. The digital age has reduced people's contact with paper. So, do today's readers believe that e-reading will eventually replace paper reading?
No.
I think physical books will definitely stay.
No, although I have switched to e-reading, I don't think paper books will disappear.
So it shows that paper books still hold an important place in people's hearts. Therefore, I visited physical bookstores and saw that people who were previously occupied by electronic devices finally got the books. Book fairs held annually around the world are also very popular. For example, the Shanghai Book Fair, which has been held for 21 years, the Sydney Book Fair, which started in 1997, remains popular. And the industries that have emerged from paper reading, like cultural and creative, landmark libraries, book design and publishing, they provide industries and jobs for society and mutually promoting each other's development, continuation, and innovation. However, it is undeniable that e-reading has strongly impacted paper reading. I invited the publishing industry worker to share his visions on the future of paper reading.
Digital technology has enabled publishing to achieve greater dissemination efficiency and reach a wider audience. However, challenges remain served content homogenization, unstable profit models, and difficulties in copyright protection. I think fragmented reading is an irreversible phenomenon of our times. Instead of resisting it, we should adapt to it.
Paper reading and e-reading can coexist. The medias through which humans read are constantly evolving. Just as digital media has given our lives a new look, reading has also gained new vitality and possibility in the digital age. The future of reading should be centered on diversity and integration, allowing technology to empower content and tradition to continue its spread. The relationship between paper reading and e-reading is not one of replacement, but rather one of complementarity and symbiosis.